Laugh and Grow Bible.
The Desert Temptation.
Do you remember what happened after Jesus was baptized?
Let's see. Oh, I remember. The Spirit of God appeared like a dove.
Yes. What else?
The people heard the voice of God saying,
"This is my son."
You remembered.
And then the people that were there got super excited because of all that they had seen and heard.
Right. It was the perfect time for Jesus to say,
"Okay, everybody, it's time to follow me. I am the Messiah."
Is that what he did?
No, not at all.
No. Well, what did he do?
He walked off into the desert all by himself.
What? Why?
Jesus knew what was coming. He knew that being the Messiah, that saving Israel and saving the world was going to be a very hard job. He knew he couldn't do it unless he was very close to God, his Father,
So he went off to the desert?
where he could be alone with his dad.
How long did he stay there?
40 days.
40 days?
Yes, during that time he didn't eat any food. He spent all that time talking to God, his Father. And at the end of the 40 days, Jesus and his dad were very, very close.
He must have been so hungry.
He really was. And then Jesus had a visitor.
A visitor? Who?
Remember that sneaky snake?
No way. He showed up?
Yep, God's #1 enemy. The one who had lied to Adam and Eve so sin would ruin God's world. He knew that Jesus had a big job ahead. That sneaky snake showed up to tempt Jesus with ways to make things easier.
If you really are God's son, why don't you just turn these rocks into delicious bread? Then you can eat. Yum, yum, yum.
No, I don't live by bread. I live by the words that come from my Father.
But I thought Jesus was really hungry.
He was, but Jesus was trusting his Father to meet his needs, not food.
Oh, well, what happened next?
The enemy took Jesus to the highest place in Jerusalem, the very top of the temple.
Jump off. God will send angels to save you, and then everyone will be so amazed, and they will want to follow you.
That is not God's plan. Do not test God with tricks.
Finally, the enemy took Jesus to the top of a high mountain. Jesus could see all the kingdoms of the world.
So, do you want to rule all these kingdoms? Because I can make that happen. All you have to do is bow down to me.
So, what do you think Jesus did?
What did he do?
God wanted Jesus to be a new kind of king, a blessing for the whole world. Jesus knew God's plan was going to be very hard. God's enemy said he could make it easy.
So, what do you think?
I will only bow down to God. Leave me now!
Am I glad to see him go?
Me too. The enemy had tried his best to fool Jesus, the same way he had fooled Adam and Eve many years before. But Jesus was too close to God, his Father, to fall for the sneaky snake's tricks.
Especially after spending all the time alone with him.
That's right. Being close to his Father made Jesus strong.
So, what happened next?
Jesus went back to the city.
Really? Why?
Because now it was time to save the world.